G'day guys, one of the most common questions I get asked is how do I mount cameras on the outside of an aircraft? And it's really quite simple as long as you have the right gear and good quality gear, because the last thing you want to do is damage the aircraft or have a camera fall off an aircraft. Now you also want to check all the rules and regulations in the country that you're flying in, because they do differ. Having flown in the US, the rules are quite different over there than they are here in Australia, for example. So my mate Andrew has offered his RV behind me here so we can show you a few different mounts and how they attach onto different parts of the aircraft. So let's get into it. I exclusively use FlightFlix mounts on aircraft that I fly because they're high quality and suit almost any application. FlightFlix is a US company that pride themselves on their customer service and the quality of their products, having tested them at high speed and in extreme environments. Their products are also FAA approved. If you have any questions about which products are best suited to your aircraft or the cameras that you're using, you can reach out to the team via their website. So we'll start with the strut mount, which we're going to put on the wheel strut here. Also works on struts for your high wing aircraft. Simply put the rubber strap on. You can get a metal strap for them as well if you're going to have it fixed more permanently, and you can then cut that to length to suit your aircraft. I use the rubber straps because I change aircraft quite a lot. A little rubber pad goes underneath the mount just to protect the aircraft. And once we get all that straight, pulls up there nice and tight. The strap comes all the way around, hooks back on like so, and then that's on there nice and solid, and that's not going anywhere. Then we've got a few different mounts or connections we can run onto there. So just using the dovetail, we can either run straight onto the camera, or we can use the Vibex vibration mounts. So it's simply a matter of getting the two together like that, and then the camera simply connects and they'll give you anti-vibration. Then simply set that wherever you want, lock it off, and it's as simple as that, and that's not going anywhere. So the next mount is the tube or bar mount, which will go over any round tube or any oblong tube as well. So perfect for mounting on things like the steps here, or any tubes you've got on the aircraft. The shape of them is nicely curved to fit a round tube, and then it's also got the deep V as well, so it'll fit nicely over these pointed steps. Pretty simple to put on. Clamp the two pieces together and tighten the bolts up. And we've added longer bolts to clear the step here. These are the standard bolts, which are a little bit shorter, so we've had to add some longer bolts on there, and it's just a matter of tightening these up. Now they are threaded into the blocks here, so once you've tightened these, the mount isn't going to move. So that's on there pretty solid now, but then we also add nylock nuts onto the back. Now it's definitely not going anywhere, and the bolts aren't going to come loose. And then it's the same as all the other mounts with the dovetail here. We simply put the adapter on there to go to the ball joint, straight onto the Vibex mount again. Camera goes straight onto the Vibex like so, and then we can swivel that around wherever we want. So, and if you're using GoPros, you can get an adapter that goes straight onto the Vibex mounts. I don't have any of those, but what I do have is the non-vibration mount. So just the ball joint with the GoPro fitting on there. Simply goes straight onto the bottom of the GoPro. All metal fittings, so don't use any of your plastic GoPro fittings. And that goes straight into the adapter. Still gives you a full range of motion. You can angle that wherever you want. And then you've got the GoPro mounted on there as well. The next mount is the tie down mount, using the ring on the back of the aircraft here that you'd normally use to tie down your aircraft. A lot of aircraft like the RV also have them on the wings, so on this aircraft alone it gives us 3 points where we can mount that particular mount on the aircraft. Now they work with these size tie downs, which are about 1 inch across. If you have something bigger, a larger ring, or even an oblong tie down point that's not round, then you can use one of these mounts. With these two pieces will actually bolt across and straddle a much larger tie down point, or something that's not particularly perfectly round as well. So we could use that on there, but the one that we've got is a better mount for that size, but you can see how it would clamp better over a larger ring. So the dedicated tie down mount consists of these two pieces here. One side the bolt simply passes through, and then the other side you can see the raised section fits into the tie down ring, and that's threaded, so once we put that on, that'll actually hold securely in place as is. However, we do have nylock nuts like all the other mounts. We won't tighten that all the way up, but that will normally go all the way in, and that'll ensure that that doesn't come loose at all. Once that's on, the same as all the other mounts, we just use the dovetail to fit whatever accessory we want and whatever camera we want. So we can either run the Vibex mount and rotate it into position with the drift cams, or the GoPros like I showed you on the other mounts, or we can use a hard mount. In this case we've got the GoPro version. Tighten that up where you want it, and that'll give you that nice symmetrical look right down the center of the aircraft. So it's perfect for landings and takeoffs, and if you want to fly over the top of something and capture that shot with the whole aircraft in view, it's a really good angle for getting that. The last mount I have to show you is the surface mount, which consists of this panel here and the rubber gasket to protect the paint on the aircraft. All you need is an inspection panel or cover, or anywhere where you can access 2 screws or 2 bolts that fit within the slots here. On this aircraft we've got a couple of spots under the wing, so I'll jump under there and show you how it goes on. Then we want to use the rubber gasket on the underside of the plate. Insert your screw using the countersunk washers that come with the mount, and then screw them back into place. And then you can centralize it or have it offset depending where you need the camera mounted. Once you've got it where you want it, just tighten everything back up. And then you've got your dovetail on here, so it's the same as all the other mounts, using this piece here and either a combination of your Vibex mount, which is compatible with all of your cameras, or using just the fixed ball joint mount. Attach your camera and then adjust it wherever you want to go. So whether that's looking at the aircraft, easy to adjust, and secure it in place, and you're all done. Well, I hope that's answered your questions, guys. If you do have any more questions, or you want to see the mounts used on a particular aircraft, then let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them for you. I do plan to do another video showing the mounts in a little bit more detail, so if you are interested, definitely hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications when that comes out. Now, don't remember, just because I've showed you how you can mount them on an aircraft doesn't mean you can. Don't forget to check out the rules and regulations wherever you're flying. Thanks, guys.